I have wanted to do this video since basically the beginning of the channel, and I'm finally getting around to it, so let's get to it. Hello there, I'm Simon, welcome to my channel. Today's topic is another controversial one. Today I will attempt to answer the age-old question: who would win, a pirate or a ninja? A lot of people have tackled this debate, but most of them seem to be talking about the legendary version of these figures, rather than their real-life historical counterparts. And at that point, you're really just talking about who is cooler. And that is also a very important debate, but being cool is no indication for how good one can fight. So let's see if we can actually answer this question, once and for all. Spoiler alert, probably not. A question like this all depends on the fighters and the circumstances. How much training and experience do they have? What kind of training? What kind of experience? And where and when is the fight even happening? All of that is going to change how they fight. And how lucky are they? A question like this seems to assume there's only going to be one possible outcome. But if that is your approach, you might as well toss a coin. What really matters here is what their chances are. Due to all the factors, there's no way to predict it. But if you were to repeat the experiment 1,000 times, you might start to see some trends in the end. One of the sides might turn out to be more statistically likely to win. So today I will be assuming an unprepared one-to-one fight to the death in an arena with nothing but space to fight. So no lurking in the shadows or rolling around on the deck of a ship. This is just about the fighting. So assuming those criteria, let's see who would die and who would survive. People picture the ninja kinda like this. Like a master assassin, masked, dressed all in black, unbeatable in a fight, and completely invisible if they so wish. I'm guessing that's pretty much what most of you were picturing. But is it accurate? Not really. What you need to understand is that ninja were not assassins, at least not primarily. They were spies first and foremost. They had skills to infiltrate and gather information, which they then communicated to their employer, who was usually using it for war or something. They were the undercover people who went into the lion's den to tell their boss how to conquer said den. And since they were already present in the den, without anyone asking any questions about it, they could also be employed for more active jobs, like organizing conspiracies or assassinating people, sometimes. And when you picture a pirate, they probably look something like this. Here's the thing, the pirates we're talking about, you know, the pirates of the Caribbean, were mostly European sailors who came to the Caribbean seas for martial purposes, as part of the navy, or as privateers, aka officially sanctioned pirates, and then kinda just decided it was easier and more fun to just stay there and do the same stuff they had been doing, just with a little less concern for what flag their target happened to be flying. And some of them did work on their looks to look more like a devilish fiend in order to frighten their victims. So as far as I know, Captain Jack's look is not technically impossible. It's just that next to no one would want to go that far. Ninja are known to be masters of a bunch of different weapons, like the tonfa, sai, kama, shuriken, etc. These are, however, not ninja weapons. They are weapons that might be used by ninja, but they are not dedicated ninja weapons. Point is that ninja might have used them, because they kinda just used whatever they could get their hands on, and whatever they needed. They could probably get their hands on a short sword though, but it wouldn't be a ninjato, because that's not really a thing. They just used whatever sword they could find, which may or may not happen to look kinda like what us modern viewers might call a ninjato. Other than that, ninja also had access to arrows, and they specifically had several ways to make fire arrows. Not to mention the blasting powder, and even muskets. Look, ninja were big fans of anything that explodes or burns, So they had a variety of tools that used blasting powder. There were different types of bombs and torches, but most notably are the smoke bombs and the Metsubushi bombs. The Metsubushi bombs are very similar to smoke bombs, but more directional. Like the smoke and stuff that comes out is focused in one direction, so the ninja could detonate it in their opponent's face, which would bind them. On top of that, a ninja would also have the so-called Shinobi no Roku. Those are the 6 items that a ninja should always have on them. They are an amigasa, which means a hat, a kaginawa, which is a grappling hook, a pencil, the kusuri, aka special ninja medicine, a towel, and a tinderbox, obviously. And I think the lack of martial items amongst these ninja essentials says a lot about what ninja were actually about. Now, I'd just like to point out that those kusuri were like special pills that the ninja would brew themselves to keep themselves healthy and to just not collapse from exhaustion while they were on the road. Likewise, they also had specific recipes for rations. And then there's the pirates, who are a lot less inventive with their weapons. But that doesn't mean they were any less dangerous. So what weapons would they carry? I'm glad you asked. The most important one was the sword. Specifically, the famous pirate sword was of course the cutlass. The other main weapon a pirate would definitely carry was a pistol. Rather, a whole truckload of pistols. They would carry as many pistols as they bloody could. Pirates are all about quantity, not creativity. On top of the small guns, they probably would have had some bigger guns as well. And I'm not talking about the cannons, because a lot of pirates started as soldiers, and the buccaneers, the predecessors of the pirates we know, were actually hunters. So they would definitely know how to use a musket, like they were sharpshooters. And other than that, they would have a knife, which could be used as a weapon. But as I understand it, they were mostly just multi-tools. Like they could be used to kill, but also to cut ropes and stuff. So what did ninja actually wear? Well, that black masked suit thingy is probably a myth. First of all, real ninja wear blue, or green, or white, or black, or costume. Basically, whatever is best to make them blend in. Ninja don't have a uniform. They're more the hide in plain sight kind of people. But what about armor? I mean, a costume is great to evade detection and to avoid a fight, but it's not gonna help you in the arena. So, did the ninja actually wear any armor? Well, one of the main surviving ninja manuals is the Bansen Shukai, which emphasizes that a ninja should actually avoid being detected and avoid getting into a fight. However, it does mention some armor. Talking about the outfits one should wear for a night raid, which is what we imagine when we picture a ninja, so that's what we're going with, the Bansen Shukai specifically states that a ninja should not wear any armor, except something called a kikomi, which is a chainmail shirt, and a helmet. But what about the pirates? Well, they didn't have any armor at all. Pirates would just keep wearing the clothes they had before they became pirates, which didn't include any armor. But just because they didn't wear armor, doesn't mean they didn't have anything protecting them. One might say that they did have something that they used as armor, which is fear, or rather the lack thereof, kinda. Mainly the fact that they were already scoundrels, so whatever happened to them if they got caught would probably be worse than dying. So I can see them going in without fear, because what have they got to lose? More importantly though, they could use fear as their armor. By being as ruthless as they were, they absolutely terrified their victims, which puts them at a huge advantage. Blackbeard even went a step further. He actually put burning fuses in his beard to give himself a more demonic image, which would have been horrifying. Time to hit the arena. How would an average fight to the death between a pirate and a ninja go? Well, they wouldn't go to melee range from the beginning. When our combatants initially meet, they will both have some ranged weapons. The ninja will have arrows, including flaming ones, or even exploding ones. Or perhaps our ninja might choose to use a musket. Meanwhile, the pirate will have their pistols, so they might try to get some shots in. But hopefully, they brought a musket. So at this point, this fight might be no more than a shootout, and either of them could be the first to fall. However, if the ninja picked their bow and fire arrows, they would be able to reload a lot faster, and the pirate would be rather startled by the explosion, meaning they might not even get the chance to get a good shot in. So I think at this early stage, the ninja probably has a slightly higher chance to take the victory. So for the first stage of this epic duel, we're just watching two people shooting at each other. That is, until their ammunition runs out. The first to run out would probably be the ninja, because arrows are a lot bigger than bullets, especially when there's a bomb strapped to it. So they'd have less of them, and that is the moment our ninja might decide to throw a smoke bomb. So the pirate will suddenly find himself surrounded by smoke, unable to see, while the ninja plants a knife in their back. Of course, the pirate might be able to evade being murdered, probably by dropping their muskets and widely slashing around with their cutlass, as they make their way out of the smoke. Of course, they might actually kill the ninja that way, but at this point the ninja will have drawn their own melee weapon. Now, they might be using any of the Koryu weapons, and a lot of those would be entirely unfamiliar for the pirate, so they wouldn't really know how to fight against it. So if the ninja was using something like the Kusarigama, the fight might well be over at this point. But let's keep things simple and say that the ninja is carrying a katana. At this point, there is no reason to assume that either of them would be any better at sword fighting. We're assuming equal training, so neither of our warriors would get a killing blow in, unless it was by luck. However, they do both have some tricks up their sleeves that the other may not be able to deal with. Our pirates might get a chance to surprise the ninja by pulling their knife and dual wield, which is definitely a thing they could be trained in. Even better, they might be able to grab one of their pistols and shoot the ninja in the guts. Of course, it is possible that the ninja would be watching for what the other hand is doing, thus getting the chance to evade, well, being killed on the spot. On the other hand, the ninja might be able to distract the pirates with a shuriken, or even blind them with a metsubushi. But the same thing applies here, giving the pirate the chance to evade them. So it seems at this stage, their chances are about equal. Once they get the melee range, this could go on forever. Except the ninja still has some aces up their sleeve, because they have proper rations and medicine on them to restore their energy and stuff. The best a pirate can do is dry crackers and a bottle of rum. The thing is that in order to consume those, they will need to get some distance, which is perfectly doable of course. And to make sure they keep that distance for long enough to actually take the medicine, they might even throw some caltrops. Of course, our pirate isn't going to be dumb enough to walk right onto them, but they will have to go around. And that's when the cat and mouse game begins, giving the chance to get some medicine or something. Except, right when the ninja thinks they have a moment of rest, the pirate then draws one of their pistols and shoots the ninja through the head. Maybe. They might miss and they'll go back to melee. The TLDR of this video is that there are a lot of factors that will determine how this fight could go and how long it will go on for. But in the end, it seems to me that the ninja does have a slightly better chance to come out on top. But admittedly, I am biased, so I might be wrong. But that's enough for today. Time for the eat ship thing. You know the drill. All is in the end screen right here. Now, keep in mind that I am not actually an expert at any of this, so I may have misinterpreted or missed something that might drastically change the outcome of this duel. So if you have any corrections, please leave them down below. If you don't want to correct anything, but you do want to comment something, how about this? Which one is your favorite? And do you think they could actually have won the fight? Because as I said, being the coolest doesn't mean you'll be the better fighter. That's a completely separate question. But this video is long enough as it is. Let's not drag it out. Thanks for watching.